So what I did, I called the King Center several years back. I said, I want to talk to you guys. They have a room called Gandhi Room in the King Center. I said, I want to tell you the truth about this man. Nobody would talk to me. They told me, no, you need to talk to that person. No, that person's not there, talk to that person. You leave your name and number, we'll call you back. Never got a result. Never got one. This person, I'm going to go back and read again about this Gandhi's nonviolence. Because I think when I read something, hopefully it will be more clear than... let's see where I got this nonviolence. I want to even say a few things about what this Gandhi said about caste system. I can find no reason for their abolition. To abolish caste is to demolish Hinduism. So he knew very well. If he abolish caste system, the Hindu religion will be demolished. So he doesn't want to do that. And he I think at that point I agree that he was an honest enemy. Okay. The most cruel statement he ever made was, if anyone lived in India any length of period, one should know the pathetic condition under which the scavenger people live. Scavengers are the people who clean dry bathrooms, dry latrines, scoop those things into the bucket and carry them on their head and take it farther away from town to dispose them off. I have seen them carry, today there are at least 500,000 people doing this job. And many times those baskets will have holes. And sometimes they push a cart on the road and the people will run away from these people because it's so pathetic smell. This is the life of a scavenger. He does it every day, the whole day. And this guy makes a statement, why should my son not be a scavenger if I am one? If I'm a scavenger, there's nothing wrong with my son being a scavenger. That is a statement he's made. That is the most cruelest statement ever anybody can make. Any shred of humanity would never make a statement. This statement alone is a proof of how cruel this person was. If I were a doctor, what's wrong with my son being a doctor? I have no problem accepting that statement. If I were a priest, even though that is logically that's not correct, it should be depending upon the head this boy has, what kind of brain he has. But I have no problem accepting the sense it's not cruel statement. But this guy is cleaning latrines, bathrooms, day in and day out. And if he were a scavenger, would he ever make a statement? If he did, I wouldn't consider him as a parent. Because no parent will ever want their children to do the kind of work. No parent, no matter how idiotic the parents are. But this, he made the statement because he didn't have to do it, his children didn't have to do it, only his slaves were doing it. This is the kind of statement, and I hope in future, whenever you see Gandhi name mingled with Dr. Martin Luther King's birthdays, I hope you would bring up this point. It's very important. He also says, it is good thing, he was talking about, somebody asked him a question, one of the British asked him a question, what if this guy, a certain caste, does some other caste duty, job, crossing the caste duty. He says, it is good thing for him not to arrogate a varna to which he is not born. That means he's not supposed to. If he's not born in that caste, he's not supposed to do that. It is by not doing it, it's a sign of true humility. According to Hindu belief, a person who practices a profession which does not belong to him by birth belongs to the varna in which he is born, no matter what profession he practices. But by not living up to it, he will be doing violence to himself and become a degrading being. It's all Gandhi statements. It's all Gandhi statements. I believe in caste division determined by birth, underline birth. And very root of caste division lies in birth. This is a direct quote from Gandhi. If anyone ever say that this guy worked for casteless society, they still make a statement. If you talk to the Hindu here, they'll say, oh, Gandhi worked for caste abolition. They have not read it. They didn't want to read it. They want to keep on lying. But these are the facts. As a matter of fact, he says, here he says, Shudra who only serves the higher caste as a matter of religious duty and who will never own any property, the gods will shower down flowers on him. This is the icing on the cake. Then he makes a statement, how is it possible that the untouchable should have the same right to enter all the existing temples? As long as law of caste and karma has the chief place in Hindu religion, to say that every Hindu can enter every temple is a thing that is not possible today. This is the non-violent, peace-loving Gandhi. Okay. I think somebody says Gandhi was perhaps 20th century most cunning and crafty fox in a saint's garb. The credit for saving Hinduism and transferring India from British imperialists to more dangerous Brahmin imperialists goes to Gandhi. That's what he did. He killed the untouchables with his kindness. It is a kiss of death. Gandhi was a double-edged weapon. He used religion to fight a political war and to fight the fire of socio-economic struggle. He deceived everybody with sweet words. Non-violence. Was he non-violent? The simplest question to ask, if Gandhi were non-violent, how come during 47, during independence, partition, there are thousands and thousands of people were killed in India? Anybody who remember the events during 47? Before 47, India was a big country. 47, India became two countries, India and Pakistan. At that time, they had West Pakistan and East Pakistan. Then later on, East Pakistan became Bangladesh. The reason is because those two regions were given for Muslims. Because Muslims wanted to have their own country because they said they couldn't live with the Hindus. So they had, because of their concentration, population concentration, they had West Pakistan and East Pakistan. Then later on, the West Pakistan tried to oppress the East Pakistans, so they had a fight, and India played the devil's role and got Pakistan broken into two pieces. So that became Bangladesh, and this became Pakistan. Okay? But during that time, hundreds of thousands of people were killed. Non-violent, bloodless violence, and then hundreds of people killing? It doesn't make any sense. But you keep hearing these lies again and again and again. He also calls during that time, If the whole of Calcutta swims in blood, it will not dismay me.